You ever notice something strange? Every year, over 100 million people are completely locked in, yelling at their screens, celebrating, stressing, living every second of a game. And at the exact same time, there's a whole group of people who feel absolutely nothing about it. No excitement, no curiosity, not even mild interest. To them, all the hype feels about as meaningful as watching something totally random. And what's interesting isn't that they don't care, it's why. Here's the first thing most people misunderstand. Caring about sports isn't something you're born with. Your brain doesn't come pre-installed with football excitement. That emotional reaction, the tension, the thrill, the loyalty, it's built over time through exposure, through culture, through repetition. And for some people, that connection just never forms. So when they watch others getting hyped, it doesn't feel relatable. It feels distant, like everyone else is reacting to something they can't quite see. When someone is deeply invested in a game, a few psychological systems are working. Together, there's identity, this is my team. There's emotional attachment, feeling connected to players you've never actually met. And there's something called basking in reflected glory, which basically means this: when your team wins, your brain rewards you as if you had something to do with it, even though you didn't. It's a real dopamine response. But for people who don't care, that reward system doesn't activate the same way. It's like pressing a button that isn't wired to anything. Another big factor is how much stimulation your brain actually enjoys. Some people thrive on intensity, loud environments, emotional swings, unpredictable outcomes. Others don't. For them, that same intensity feels overwhelming, even tiring. So while one person is on the edge of their seat during a close game, another person is just counting down until it's over. Not because they're trying to be different, but because their brain experiences it differently. Humans are naturally wired for groups. We like belonging. We like us versus them. And sports tap directly into that instinct. My team versus your team, winning versus losing. It creates a shared identity, but not everyone connects to that through sports. Some people find that sense of belonging elsewhere, through hobbies, smaller communities, or completely different interests. So they're not rejecting connection, they're just finding it in a different place. Now think about what it feels like to watch a game. You're emotionally invested in something you can't control. You hope, you react, you stress, but nothing you do changes the outcome. Some people enjoy that emotional ride, others don't. They'd rather invest their energy into things where their actions actually matter. So instead of excitement, the whole experience feels pointless. There's also the reality of modern life. Constant notifications, deadlines, mental noise. For some people, something like the Super Bowl isn't an escape. It's just more stimulation added on top. The noise, the crowd, the tension. It doesn't feel exciting. It feels exhausting, especially for people who are naturally more sensitive to their environment. And honestly, sometimes there's no deep psychological explanation. Sometimes people just don't like it. The same way someone doesn't like a certain food or type of music. No deeper meaning, just preference. But here's the part most people miss. When someone says they don't care about something everyone else loves, it can feel uncomfortable because it challenges the idea that we should all experience things the same way, but we don't. And maybe that's the most interesting part, that two people can watch the exact same moment and feel completely different things.